The sketch, carefully preserved and kept under wraps, represents a glimmer of hope for Kristin's family when investigators will never be found. This isn't just another piece of paper to be filed away, it's a potential clue, a face that could finally unlock the truth behind Kristin's disappearance. Every line, every shadow, every detail has been scrutinized by experts, hoping to find the clue that everyone else missed. The sketch is a silent witness, holding secrets that could change everything. The release of this sketch sent shockwaves through the investigation. Some believe the focus shifted from what was missing to something concrete image to rally the community around. The sketch becomes a symbol of hope and determination, a call to action for anyone who might recognize the person looking. The question is no longer, did you see anything, but did you notice anything? It's a powerful shift, turning the investigation outward and inviting the public to become part of the search. The sketch is posted everywhere, on bulletin boards and newspapers and across social media, each copy a plea for answers. The public is now an army of eyes and ears, each sharing conversation carrying new weight. Friends, neighbors, and discussing the sketch, sharing finally within reach. To truly grasp the impact of this sketch, you first need to understand who Kristin Cairns was, not just as a name in a headline, but as a living, breathing part of this town's story. Kristin wasn't a stranger to anyone here. She was the kind of person whose laughter could fill a room, whose kindness left a mark on everyone she met. Her presence was woven into the fabric of daily life, and her absence would come to haunt every corner of this community. When she vanished, it wasn't just a person who went missing, it was as if the town itself lost a piece of its heart. The empty chair at her favorite cafe, the missing smile in group photos, the silence where her laughter used to be, these became daily reminders of the void she left behind. In 2013, Kristin was a vibrant part of her community, a familiar face at the local cafe, a friend to many. She greeted everyone by name, remembered birthdays, and always had time to listen. For many, she was the first person they saw in the morning, serving coffee with a smile that made even the hardest days a little easier. Her warmth and generosity made her a beloved figure, someone people trusted and confided in. So when news of her disappearance broke, it wasn't just a headline, it was a personal blow that shattered the town's sense of security. People gathered in disbelief, clinging to hope but fearing the worst. The shock rippled through every family, every business, every gathering spot. Suddenly the familiar felt unfamiliar and the safe felt uncertain. She was last seen leaving the cafe where she worked, her car later found abandoned in a nearby parking lot, her belongings untouched inside. There were no signs of struggle, no clear answers, just a chilling mystery that left more questions than anyone could bear. The police tape fluttered in the wind, a stark reminder that something terrible had happened, and no one knew why. The search for Kristin quickly became a community-wide effort. Neighbors who had never spoken before joined together, combing the woods, searching fields, and posting flyers on every available surface. Volunteers worked day and night, driven by hope and desperation. The town's unity was never stronger, but the fear and uncertainty were never greater. Over the years, the trauma never fully healed. The missing person flyers faded, but the pain remained fresh. Kristin's case became the town's ghost story, a shared scar that bound everyone together in grief and longing. Candlelight vigils were held, prayers whispered, and every anniversary brought the wound back to the surface. Every time another person went missing, every time a new investigation began, it reopened the wound. The fear returned, and so did the memories of Kristin. The community watched anxiously, hoping for answers, dreading more heartbreak. Now, after a decade of unanswered questions and restless nights, this new police sketch might finally offer a glimmer of hope. For the first time in years, the town dares to believe that come to light. Let's break down the sketch that has everyone talking. It's a professional composite. A man about 6 feet tall, light brown hair, strong jawline, deep-set eyes, a face both ordinary and haunting. According to a witness, this man was seen near Kristin's last known location at the time she vanished. He's not just a random person of interest. He's a critical figure, possibly a witness, possibly the perpetrator. For investigators, this sketch transforms a phantom into a concrete lead. Now they can run the image through databases, show it to informants, and revisit old reports. The public release is a calculated risk. It could spook the man, but it also empowers millions to help. Someone out there knows this face. The hunt is officially on. The road to this sketch has been long and frustrating, paved with dead ends. In the early days, over 200 tips poured in. Each one followed up, but none leading to a breakthrough. Investigators chased every lead, from strange cars to cryptic letters, but hope faded as each tip fizzled out. The case file grew thicker, the momentum slowed, and the media moved on. That's why this sketch is electrifying. It's not just another tip, but a concrete visual clue. Now detectives can revisit old leads with fresh eyes, searching for connections they might have missed. With this sketch, the investigation has a new focal point. Today, investigations are seen the Kristin Cairns won't fit, but one might be the key. If the face sparks even a faint recognition, make the call. Your tip could finally bring Kristin home. Even when a case goes cold, the search never truly stops. For Kristin's family and the investigators, the pursuit of answers has been relentless. Cold case detectives are patient and methodical, reopening files, re-interviewing witnesses, and resubmitting evidence for new forensic testing. The release of this sketch is the result of that tenacity, likely from a detective revisiting old ground, refusing to give up. It's a slow, grinding process, but it's about honoring Kristin's memory and providing peace to her family. The message is clear. The footsteps of justice are always getting closer. The search for Kristin Cairns is a solemn vow. With this new sketch, that vow is renewed. When a case drags on for years, the emotional toll is immense. For Kristin's family, time deepens the wound. Every milestone is marked by her absence. Hope is a double-edged sword. It keeps them going, but every day without answers is another heartbreak. Investigators feel it too. They carry the weight of the family's expectations and their own drive for justice. Burnout and frustration are constant threats, but the sketch is a morale boost, a sign their dedication might finally pay off. The community suffers as well, living with chronic anxiety and eroded trust. Every news report is a reminder that a predator could still be among them. The resolution of this case is about more than justice. It's about restoring peace to an entire community. This sketch could be the turning point. Kristin's disappearance changed her town. What was once a trusting community became guarded and anxious. Everyday life changed. Parents became more protective, neighbors more suspicious. The case became a real-life monster, a reminder that safety is never guaranteed. The man in the sketch could be anyone, anywhere, fueling fear and vigilance. The release of the sketch is like spotting a shark fin, terrifying, but finally giving it a solving the case. Only by finding the man in the sketch can the community begin to heal. In the end, this story is about hope, a flicker of light in a decade of darkness. For years, the shadows have seemed impenetrable, and the answers have felt just out of reach. But even in the deepest night, a single spark can ignite a way. This is not just a story of loss or mystery. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the belief that even the smallest glimmer can guide us forward. The witness sketch is more than a name. It's a symbol of perseverance and the refusal to give up. Every line and detail of that drawing represents hours of determination, the courage of the witness to come forward, and the relentless drive of investigators who refuse to let this case fade. changes everything. In this digital age, a single post or message can travel farther than ever before. The search for the missing is a marathon, not a sprint. And this is a rare chance